Alright gang, Crash the Titans time. We're using Elsa Bloodstone, taking on a Ghost. And this is going to be a doozy for those who may have a lesser equipped Elsa Bloodstone. So Ghost is a purple, red, and blue user. We're going to explain all her abilities, all Elsa's abilities, and again, formulate a strategy to win. So Ghost's purple ability is called Supply Run. This costs 10. She creates some number of invisibility tiles on the board. And then if Ghost matches one of those invisibility tiles, which those are going to be on purple. Typically it's going to be on purple. It will restore some health to Ghost. Alright. And then we have a red ability on Phase. On Phase does damage to the target, but it will do even more damage if Ghost is invisible. So the idea is fire off her purple ability for 10, and then unphased for 10, and then you're gonna be doing a good amount of damage. And then finally the passive ability is Power Cycle, and this is where I think a few folks are going to have a little bit of trouble with. So it says Ghost base match damage is increased by 300%. And whenever Ghost fires off of power, you create a 3-turn countdown tile that gains 3 red AP. And then we'll talk about the countdown tile itself. So as long as Ghost doesn't fire off of power, her match damage is going to be at 300%. So it's going to effectively be three times as damaging. So any match 5s that she makes, that's going to be pretty damaging. Any match 3 she makes, it's going to be more of a war of attrition, so to speak. So in a pure match damage sense, lesser equipped Elsas may not be able to beat Ghost. But if you have your Elsa championed, you may stand a chance. And now the Stasis Protocol power, which is the countdown tile power. Alright, it says Ghost base match damage increases is increased by 100%. So essentially her match damage goes back to normal levels. So instead of it being, as I'll give you an example, instead of her match damage being 360, it'll be 120. And that's a little bit more manageable there. And then when the countdown tile reaches 0, she will gain 5 red AP. So the idea is to keep Stasis Protocol on the board as long as you can whenever she fires off of power, so you can take advantage of the fact that she's not going to do as much match damage. Now, at least we do have a character that can counteract some of the shenanigans that Ghost does with Elsa Bloodstone, as I pop on some neutral boost. So we're going to take a look at her real quick. Elsa is the I'm not going to say really the inverse. It's not really an inverse, but she does share the same color sets: red, purple, and blue. So Bloodstone Gem just costs 7. It stuns all airborne and invisible enemies for 3 turns, and then deals the listed damage here. So again, we have a way to get around her invisibility. Just collect 7 red. The next ability is Tie Darling. So this costs 9. It deals damage to the target. Then we also choose a tile. and then we destroy the 8 tiles surrounding plus 3 other random tiles, dealing damage for every yellow tile that's destroyed. So what we want to do with this power, we want to try and find a good cluster of tiles that has yellow, somewhere along in those there. Select one of those in the middle, destroy the yellow tiles, and then whatever other subsequent tiles that happen to be there, so we can get some extra damage. And then finally, T-Break. This is both her passive and her active, which leads into her getting more yellow. So it says for 8 purple creates 4 basic green tiles into black trap tiles that if they are matched or destroyed by either party, you deal damage. And then passively, if there are 10 or more black tiles on the board at the start of the turn, convert 2 of them to yellow, and then at higher levels, more damage, more basic tiles destroyed. And so the strategy here with Elsa, we want to at least keep 7 reds stocked up for the opportunities that Ghost may go invisible. When she does go invisible, pop her out of invisibility, you have so many turns to be able to do some free damage without getting wailed upon. Then also take advantage of her purple ability, because again, you and Ghost are going to be pretty much attacking the same colors anyway, so it's deny purple and deny red. And if you got any red boost and blue boost or even purple boost, bring those there in, and then bring in any match damage tiles. Match damage boost as well. So it'd be, for an example, uh, increase your green black or purple blue for blah 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 percent up to 50%. Or if you have the retired boost, you break out those there. And I'm gonna shut up and get to matching. Alright, so there's this fight here in a nutshell. I know one thing that I did mention about the match damage. Yeah, when it said 300%, I was multiplying it by times 3, and it really should have been more than that there. But as you can see, Ghost will do some. I'm not gonna say 5-star match damage, but it's pretty close to it. As far as people really to pair up also Bloodstone with, I really don't have too many teams to pair up with, to be honest with you, because I mean you can use Cloak and Dagger with their purple. I mean, well, their ability to constantly have the board manipulated in terms of black, which helps out Elsa. Um, you use her blue ability a little bit more. Um, Again, as far as targeting invisible enemies, I mean, hey, if you have a team damage move, her red will do an adequate job if you don't have anything with team damage, and then T-break. I mean, we saw the usefulness of T-break somewhat, but all in all, I mean, that's one thing I'm gonna have to experiment a little bit more with, and that's finding more adequate teammates for Elsa. But that's that's for another time. And ooh, we actually got a brand new Crash to the Titans coming in soon. 4 days, 12 hours as of this recording will be the all new, brand new Doc Ock No Way Home. So I know this crash here will be something I know that none of us have done. So we'll be able to experiment and find some strategies there with Doc Ock. Um, so that's gonna end this video here. I think we got Kamala Khan's PvP. So we'll be talking about her, and then some new changes that are happening in Marvel Puzzle Quest. So stay tuned for that video.